What's good, players? Welcome back to the channel. Trim men for women. That's right. If you stay trimmed, the ladies will flock to him. So you want to learn how to keep the conversation going, man. Well, let me tell you, it ain't always easy and it's a learning process. So, with that being said, I'm going to start off by saying,
excuse me for my voice because I'm a little under the weather right now. So my voice might be cracking up or I might be sounding a little low. Bear with me though.
so one thing I like to do, like keeping conversations going, first you gotta listen. Like, don't just be asking questions and not actually listening, because then you won't be, one ear and out the other type shit. So listen, slow down, don't be just staring into their soul and shit, because then they know you're really not listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever stared into a girl's soul and you just, oh, and you're like, oh, what'd you say? I couldn't. Yeah, don't do that. So what I mean by every question has to lead into another question. So for instance, we'll use school because that's like the main topic of people's lives right now, and work, but we're gonna use school. So like, let's say you're talking to this girl. Oh, what you majoring in? Oh, I'm doing this, that, nail tech, hairstylist, whatever the case may be. Okay, so how long you been doing that for? Type shit. Boom. See how the transition, and it doesn't sound like you're interrogating her, because for one, this isn't an interrogation room. So you don't want to be like asking questions back to back to back to back. And that's why I say the greatest method, or one of them, is the question leading into another. See how I went from her major into how long she's doing it for. Next question you may ask would be how long you see yourself doing it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. How much finance is it bringing to, like, how much financialness or whatever is it bringing? And one thing you want to avoid is yes or no questions, like, the typical stuff. Favorite colors, favorite foods and stuff. Like, stay away from yes or no questions like, oh, do you like to go out to eat? Stuff like this. I'm like, yes, of course. Oh, do you like going to the movies? No, I don't. Maybe, who knows, Try to stay away from yes or no questions, because you're going to ask a question in like, what, less than 3 seconds probably? How long does it take to ask a question? So everything after the question is where the main goal is. So that's why you got to listen. So avoid yes or no questions. This isn't an interrogation room, so when you ask one question, give it some time. Even if it gets quiet, silence is never bad, okay? If anything, silence makes, like, people awkward, and if you're around this girl and y'all aren't awkward in silence, that's a good thing. So like, if you're asking her questions and everything's going smooth and she just nonstop talking and you like, damn, low-key, she been talking for a little minute. I don't remember the last time she shut up. Then you got yourself in a good position at the moment, but for sure it's gonna get on your nerves later on down the line. So I'm glad I don't run into, I've run into some yappers obviously, but that shit get annoying after a while. They're cool people, but them the ones who are like more self-centered and they don't care about you, so be aware for that. But there's also those one few who like yap, and then they also are curious about you. So, hey, that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, if she's yapping and talking like that, that means she's probably comfortable with you. So if she's yapping and yapping and yapping, and she ain't saying what about you or what are you doing with your life, 9 times out of 10, my boy, she ain't it. She's just one of those. Yeah. She just talking. Oh, I do this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying? I go out on weekends. Maybe I stay in and read books and stuff like that. I like to watch anime with my brother, this, that, and that, and third. And if it get quiet and she waiting on you to ask another question, my boy, that's a donezo. Don't do it. Just wrap it up. And if she's asking questions about you, trying to get to know you, that's a good thing, because that means she's probably thinking about you in her future. So don't feel like she's like pressured if she's asking you questions and stuff. Girls aren't really good at asking questions. It's gonna feel like an interrogation room with them, but you don't make it feel like an interrogation room to them. But for sure they gonna make it seem like that. I'm already knowing, bro. And this next thing I'm about to say, you gotta peep energies. You gotta read energy, man. If you see she probably looking at her phone every time you talking to her or something like that, or you know, she's quiet, and I mean, it's okay to be quiet sometimes, but like, if I'm here to get to know you and stuff, you gotta like open up, show that you like me or whatever. And another thing about peeping the energies, a lot of these girls nowadays got their heads hyped up, which is perfectly fine, because you're supposed to be doing what you're doing and not worry about them anyway. But you will come across a few who maybe feel like they're superior to you, so if that's what you like, that's cool. If that's not you, then like I said, choose wisely, know what's for you, and before you even try to talk to other people, get to know yourself, because you got to know what you like. But definitely want to peep the energy in the room, peep the energy between the two, because if she ain't feeling you and you keep trying, then you're gonna look like you trying too hard, you know, and you never want to do that. And also, like, between every question or every other question, throw a little flirt in there, you know, let her know that you really want her, that you like, I guess you could say applying pressure, but just let her know that you want that type of level, and you want her as like maybe your girl, or you see her in your life in the future or something like that. So definitely throw a little flirt here and there. If you don't know what to say, just fucking compliment her or some shit, but don't say no shit like you beautiful. Now if you're nervous still and you get stuck and maybe the quietness is for too long, then you can fall back on, you know, base questions, like, you know, the regular, like, oh, do you have any siblings? She'll be like, yeah. She'll be like, yeah, I got this, that, and the third, you know. I got 2 brothers and sister. She got, hey, don't let her have 2 older brothers, man. You're cooked. Especially if you gotta meet the fam or whatever. You already know how that go. So with all that being said, I really hope this video helped y'all in a way, if or at least inspired y'all or gave y'all another perspective on things. And if not, then you must be tripping. You must be tripping. Everything I'm saying is gold. Like, I don't know where it could go wrong. It don't go wrong for me. And when it do go wrong for me, I really just dodge the bullet, you know? But I don't even be hitting on girls no more. I'm trying to get this bag. So like this video, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.